everyone, today I would like to talk about impact of leisure breaks or holiday breaks on children who are undergoing therapies. This is Dr. Jyotsna Tanigundala from Daffodils Child Development Center, Hyderabad. We just came out from the holiday vacation for Diwali and for the Dasara vacations, which just happened in the October. And as I see, many of our children who have taken a long leisure breaks of more than a week underwent certain amount of regressions in their development. For example, when you look at the baselines before the holidays and then when we started working on it after 2 months, we give a new baseline, right? So from the new baseline, that is like there is a slight improvement in most of the child's development. And from there, around like 10 of the kids have taken breaks for about a week and or about 10 days. And once they come back, when we do a baseline assessment again, I could see that there is certain differences in the levels. So many of the children are not maintaining at least to the level where they were before going to holidays. Instead of that, the skills have fallen down a bit. For example, I would say an average regression of 5 to 10% have been notified in all the children who have taken a long breaks. And very few, like 1 or 2 children, do maintain at the same level, but I see a certain noticeable differences. For example, their echolalic speech has increased. But from a parent point of view, many of them are misleading it to the development of language. Instead of a development of language in a communication manner, their echolalia, that is just a repetition of speech, is what has increased. And the other kids who have gone down, I have seen the changes in terms of their attention levels, in terms of their obeying the commands, and in terms of their behaviors. This change in the behaviors will definitely happen whenever there is a leisure break. In fact, even if you see the children who get a holidays from the school, the Dasara vacations, once they go back to the school, we'll see certain amount of behavioral adjustments to be redone to the children. The same behavioral adjustments we are seeing even in the children who are undergoing therapies. Along with these behavioral adjustments, we are seeing more noticeable differences in the attention, command following, and then in terms of the expressive language. Instead of using the language in a more communicative manner, kids are picking up on a parrot speech or the echolalic speech more. This is what is my personal observations among the children who have taken break at Daffodils Center. I'm not talking about the literature over here. This is purely my personal observation. So my request to all the parents is try to limit your leisure breaks. It's okay. Think that for 2 years we need to be dedicated towards the therapies and we need to be dedicated towards the child development. Keep child in the focus. Rest all will fall in place. So try to concentrate more on it and try to limit your leisure breaks. We don't even want to take 1% of chance which leads to decrease in the developmental ratio or which leads to the regressions. And there would be certain instances of children who might have picked up little more skills, but keeping that in mind, we noticed in a child who underwent multiple breaks within the last 1 year. First 2 breaks, it was all good. He in fact learned little good skills in a better manner. But then by the 3rd break and by the 4th break, we have seen a lot of regression in his graph. So in summary, I recommend the parents to be more dedicated, to be more consistent. And even if you take break, try to limit it. Use the breaks only if it's mandatory. During the break time also, don't forget your goals. Don't forget your targeted stimulation. Don't forget your natural stimulation. These 3 stimulations has to go in the same appropriate manner. Like you need to cover your therapy duration and you need to cover your natural stimulation duration and your targeted stimulation duration at homes. Please keep that in mind and try to limit your leisure breaks. Thank you so much.